When I first heard about the Philippines, I had a very different picture in my mind. I imagined a poor country struggling to survive, a place where life was tough and opportunities were few. That's what most people around me believed, and honestly, I did too. But that all changed the moment I actually set foot in the Philippines. Because what I saw there completely shattered every stereotype I had ever heard. The reality was far from what I expected, and it shocked me in ways I'll never forget. When I arrived in Manila, I expected to see sadness, chaos, and poverty on every corner. Instead, I was greeted with color, warmth, and life. The streets were buzzing with movement. Jeepneys painted in vibrant reds, blues, and yellows raced by, packed with smiling passengers. Street vendors sold snacks, while kids ran around playing basketball in bare feet, laughing as if they didn't have a single worry in the world. Even through the traffic, the heat, and the noise, there was something beautiful about it all. It was chaotic, yes, but it was also full of heart. As I watched people go about their day, I noticed something that surprised me even more. Despite the challenges they face, Filipinos radiate joy. They smile easily, they laugh often, and they treat strangers with genuine kindness. A simple hello turns into a conversation. A street vendor who barely earns enough to get by will still offer you a snack to taste for free. It made me realize that what I had heard about this country being poor was only part of the story, if it was even true at all. You see, poverty isn't always about money. Sometimes it's about mindset, about how we view the world and what we value most. In the Philippines, wealth isn't measured in dollars or material possessions. It's measured in relationships, in family ties, in the sense of community that binds everyone together. I met a tricycle driver named June who told me, "Life here is simple, but we're happy because we have each other." That one sentence changed the way I thought about happiness and success. As I spent more time there, I started to see another side of the Philippines, one that most foreigners never talk about. The modern, thriving, ambitious side. In cities like Makati, Bonifacio Global City, and Cebu, skyscrapers tower over clean, organized streets. Cafes are filled with freelancers and young professionals working remotely for companies all over the world. The tech and startup scenes are booming, and the younger generation is hungry for innovation. Filipinos are some of the most talented English-proficient professionals you can find anywhere. Big global corporations are outsourcing work to them, not just because of lower costs, but because of their intelligence, adaptability, and dedication. And it's not just in offices. Filipinos are everywhere: nurses, engineers, artists, teachers, seafarers, working around the world and sending their earnings back home to support their families. They've built houses, funded education, and created opportunities that ripple through entire communities. This global Filipino workforce contributes billions to their economy every year. When you look at the bigger picture, it becomes clear. The Philippines isn't poor. It's rich in talent, determination, and global influence. But the true magic of the Philippines isn't in its growing economy or its modernization. It's in the ingenuity and resilience of its people. There's a Filipino word, diskarte, that perfectly captures this spirit. It means the ability to adapt, to find creative ways to make things work even with limited resources. I saw it everywhere. A man fixing an old television using spare wires from a broken radio. A mother running a small eatery from her front porch, feeding her entire neighborhood and supporting her kids' education. Teenagers using second-hand laptops to edit videos, design logos, and earn money online from clients halfway across the world. That kind of drive is something you can't teach. It's built into the culture. Filipinos don't sit around waiting for opportunities. They make them. And they do it with smiles on their faces. One of the things that struck me the most was how easily people found joy in the simplest things. Even in communities that didn't have much, you'd see kids playing, people singing karaoke, neighbors laughing together in the evenings. I was invited to a local fiesta in Batangas, where families opened their doors and shared their food with everyone, complete strangers included. When I asked one of the locals why they were being so generous, she smiled and said, "Because you're here. And that's enough reason to celebrate." That moment stayed with me. It made me realize that wealth isn't about abundance, it's about gratitude. And then there's the beauty of the land itself. The Philippines is one of the most stunning countries on earth. From the white sand beaches of Boracay and Palawan to the green rice terraces of Bano, from the surfing waves of Siargao to the volcanoes of Baikal, this country is a natural masterpiece. There are over 7,600 islands, each with its own story, its own food, its own traditions. It's paradise not just because of the views, but because of how deeply connected the people are to the land. Filipino culture also has a warmth that's hard to describe. Respect for elders, care for family, kindness toward strangers. These aren't just values here, they're a way of life. Even people with little will go out of their way to help others. There's a reason Filipinos are known for being among the friendliest people in the world. They make you feel at home, even when you're thousands of miles away from yours. Of course, no country is perfect. The Philippines faces real issues: corruption, inequality, poor infrastructure in certain regions, and the occasional political turmoil. But what's remarkable is how the people don't let those things define them. They keep pushing forward. Every Filipino I met had dreams, big ones. They wanted to study, build, create, travel, and contribute. They talked about hope as if it were a daily habit, not a distant wish. That's when it hit me. Maybe the Philippines isn't struggling, it's evolving. Slowly, steadily, but surely. And what fuels that evolution isn't money or power, it's resilience. The kind of resilience that comes from centuries of surviving colonization, natural disasters, and economic hardship, yet still being able to smile, laugh, and help others. That's strength. That's beauty. That's something the rest of the world could learn from. I used to think that wealth was about having a big house, driving a nice car, and traveling to luxury destinations. But after seeing the Philippines, I realized that real wealth comes from gratitude. When you see a group of families sitting together outside, sharing one meal and laughing as if they own the world, you begin to understand that happiness doesn't come from having more. It comes from appreciating what you already have. And now, I want to ask you something. What does it mean to be rich? Is it about the money in your bank account? Or is it about the joy in your heart? Do you think it's possible for a nation that struggles financially to be richer in humanity and spirit than some of the wealthiest countries on earth? Let me know what you think. Drop your answer in the comments below. I really want to hear your thoughts. And while you're there, if this story opened your eyes or changed the way you see the Philippines, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and share this with someone who still believes the Philippines is a poor country. Because once they see the truth, they'll be shocked too. There's something else that really stayed with me: the Filipino smile. It's something unique. No matter where you go, you'll see people smiling. In offices, in markets, in classrooms, even in the middle of traffic jams. It's not a fake, polite smile. It's genuine. It's a smile that says, life may be hard, but I'm okay. That smile holds power. It represents resilience, kindness, and faith. And it's contagious. Another beautiful part of Filipino culture is something called bayanihan. It means community spirit, helping each other without expecting anything in return. I saw this spirit during a flood in one small town. People from nearby areas came together to rebuild homes, cook food, and care for families who lost everything. They didn't wait for the government or outside aid. They just helped because it was the right thing to do. That's bayanihan. That's what makes the Philippines special. Faith also plays a huge role in everyday life. Whether people are Catholic, Muslim, or follow other beliefs, there's a deep sense of spirituality that binds them together. During tough times, disasters, sickness, loss, Filipinos pray together, believe together, and keep moving forward. Their faith gives them strength, and that strength gives them hope. And then there's the younger generation. The youth of the Philippines are bold, talented, and creative. They're leading in technology, music, film, and online entrepreneurship. Many are working remotely, collaborating with people around the world, and breaking barriers their parents could only dream of. They are the voice of a new, confident Philippines, a generation that's proud, globally connected, and ready to shape the future. So yes, the Philippines has its struggles. But what I discovered is that those struggles don't define it. What defines the Philippines is how its people rise above them, with laughter, with love, and with community. The world often focuses on what's lacking, but the real story is in what's overflowing: kindness, hope, and the ability to find light even in the darkest moments. When I left the Philippines, I realized something profound. I came here thinking it was a poor country, but I left feeling like I had visited one of the richest places on earth. Not rich in gold, not rich in oil, not rich in skyscrapers, but rich in humanity. The kind of richness you can't buy. The kind that stays with you long after you've left. The Philippines isn't poor. It's beautifully alive. It's full of people who dream big, love deeply, and live passionately. And that, more than anything, is what shocked me the most. So if you've ever judged a country by what you see on the news, take another look. Travel there. Talk to the people. Listen to their stories. Because sometimes, the world's greatest treasures aren't found in wealth or power. They're found in the hearts of those who have the least but give the most. And if you've been to the Philippines yourself, I want to know, what moment changed your perception the most? What made you fall in love with the country and its people? Share your story in the comments below. Let's show the world the real Philippines, the one that shines not just through beaches or buildings, but through kindness, laughter, and the strength of its people. If this video touched you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it. Help spread the truth. Because once the world sees the Philippines the way I saw it, they'll understand. It was never poor. It was always rich in the ways that truly matter.